Welcome everybody to my very first look at Victory at Sea Ironclad. Now you may have seen my playthrough, Victory at Sea Pacific, when I played as the United States. Great game, a ton of fun, did have some bugs that never quite got worked out. We're hoping that this go around they'll make a lot better job of it. This is in early access, so it is far from a finished product. And you can see that eventually there will be custom battles and mods available. And right now the campaign is only available on the Union side. Eventually there will be a Confederate campaign. But I'm pretty familiar with the mechanics. I just installed the game. I'm excited to dive into this one. I'll put a link in the description to the Steam page where you can get the game for yourself. I think I paid like $35 US for it. So quite a bit, but it's an early access game, and you'll get more and more as it goes along, and I'm excited to dive into this one. Not many games out there that explore the naval aspect of the American Civil War, so I'm excited. Let's dive into the Union campaign. Alright, so it actually prompted me to do the tutorial first when I tried to enter into the campaign. Now you can skip the tutorial, but I think we'll go ahead and take a look at it just so we can get a sense of the controls and how everything works. And I already sank a ship and kind of did the basic controls. And if you're familiar at all with Victory at Sea Pacific, so far it seems like the controls and the basic concepts of the game aren't all that different. You can still use Q and E to turn left and right with your ship, like so. You can right click somewhere on the map and hit move or defend or turn or attack. You can select all your guns. There's the squadron selection screen, and you can actually drag the status bar to combine your squadrons or separate them out, which is all the way things were on Victory at Sea Pacific as well. So now I've got the whole squadron selected, and you can see the green is actually the zones where they can fire, where their guns have the ability to aim. So now we can control the whole squadron. We can say move, like so. Looks like they're currently in column formation, so you can change up the formations that are in, things like that. You can tell them what kind of shot. Looks like they're all set to using canister shot. You can click on a particular ship and see all the information about that ship down below. M for the mini map. Oh, very cool. So here's our campaign map. You can navigate around that pretty easily. We can see areas that are controlled by the Confederacy. There's Richmond. Oh, I like how the map looks. That's very cool. It shows you damage and troops that are at those places. So obviously the Navy's going to have an impact on the land battle as well. So that's very cool. Urbana, Virginia, under our control. Looks like here we've got gold, timber, coal, iron, food, cotton, sugar, tobacco, crew, and ammunition. So we're going to take our shakedown crews and actually go into combat against a couple of blockade runners here. So let's right click on them and hit attack. We can speed up to 400 times. Okay, enter combat. You can auto-resolve if you so choose. Before the battle begins, you can quickly set your ship squadron into formations. We have line formation, column. Looks like that's about it. We'll stay in column. Alright. So Pawnees up front, it's a sloop of war. Oh, whoa, dude, no! I left-clicked with the target button, and I accidentally shot into my own ship. Not cool. So we've got Caroline and Nashville, which are blockade runners. We can hit space to go back to our own crew here. So let's go ahead and... Oh, I got to stop doing that. It's a little tricky because if you left click, then it does the targeting, and I don't want to do that. I want to get off of there, right click, and then hit move and start to get our folks into formation so they can have their guns facing these targets. Alright, let's slow down now. I don't know what the range is on these things. I'm going to select the whole squadron. Now you can see the range there. We're definitely going to be in range when we get them to the right spot. So we ought to blow these guys out of the water pretty quickly, I'm assuming, since this is a tutorial mission and all. Alright, here they come into range. Sweet, and we're opening up on them. Oh, beautiful, catastrophic explosion right off the bat. Not enough to sink them, though, I guess. Definitely slowed them down. We don't have anybody with the proper angle at the moment. We're about to, though. Here he comes, right into our angle of attack. I could have turned and done that a little faster, probably. Bye-bye. Oh, nice. So you can see boiler damage, turret damage, steam line leakage. Very cool. So now we'll go to our log and we'll get a report on this. 27th August, 1861. USS Harriet Lane, the Wabash, the Cumberland, and the Pawnee in the Minnesota. Shots fired 14, 0 injuries, 0 fatalities. 2 blockade runners sunk. Very, very cool. I like this a lot. All right, back to our bridge. Instructions are to transport United States Army troops in order to capture Fort Hatteras and Fort Clark. Right-click on Baltimore and order your fleet to dock. Okay, cool. Trying to navigate everything here. So we're going to dock in Baltimore to resupply and to load up our troops. Okay, we've arrived in Baltimore with the fleet. When docked, ships are fully stocked with ammunition and fuel, so we don't have to actually do that manually. That's nice to not have to worry about that. Click on the city of Baltimore on the map. Oh, we actually get to see some information about them. Click on the dock. Select one of our ships. Oh, very cool. These sliders control how the ship's interior may be used for crew, troops, and cargo. Reduce the cargo space by at least 450 to make room for troops. Oh, we got to reduce the cargo space? No, I guess that's how we do it, huh? Guess I should select one of the ships that actually has a decent amount of cargo space. I was selecting like the smallest ship that we had, so obviously not the way to do that. We got to reduce room on all of our ships, or at least on a number of them. Troops are taken from the current port's garrison. The garrison will be replenished over time. Garrison's maximum size depends on the port size and whether any barracks have been constructed there. Do we get any control over that, I wonder? Crew come from a Navy-wide pool. Available crew will also increase over time. The more ports you hold, the more crew will enlist to your side. Higher the port's population, the more crew it supplies. Okay, so see population. We see our warehouse, a light battery, the shipyard. But I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so select our fleet. Orders are to assault the rebel garrison at Forts Clark and Hatteras. If we capture those ports, we will control access to the Pamlico Sound. Okay, raid. Very cool. Let's do it. Okay, Expeditionary Force has engaged the coastal defenses at Fort Hatteras. This should be interesting. Our first time supporting a land attack, so I don't know what part of that we're going to play here, if we'll actually see the troops or how this will work. All right, enter combat. To begin a raid on the fort, right-click the fort's icon and choose attack. I would guess this will be similar to how it worked in Victory at Sea Pacific. Under this order, ships and squadrons will target multiple structures in the port. Structures can be individually targeted as well. This is pretty cool. I like this a lot. I love that we get to do this kind of stuff in a Civil War setting. You can see their guns here. Let's head back to our ships. See where we're at now. Make sure we're doing this right. At some point we'll have to land the troops, and I guess we can do that out here. Okay, so it looks like the Harriet Lane came over here to participate in the attack, and the rest are going around the cape there. So we're going to start getting our attacks going. We already took out one of the batteries. Hopefully we'll be taking out the other ones here soon. Let's select our whole expeditionary force and see how it's looking. Oh, here we go. They're going to come right into the port now, and we'll get up nice and close and really be able to shell them. What's this going on? Oh, that's Fort Clark out there. We'll worry about Fort Hatteras first. Let's speed up the time a little bit so we'll get in close enough. Oh, we're having a little collision there because that sailing frigate's a little faster than the screw frigate. Alright. Flames look good. We're just about in range. Here we go. Oh, they're firing back. Oh, Pawnee just took some hits. So we're going to move right down this way with the whole squadron. Dang, we're missing big time at the moment. I want to target these guns specifically. Before we take too much more in the way of hits. Alright, Pawnee, let's see what you got. Pawnee, isn't that the town in Indiana where they do parks and recreation? Man, we gotta take out these other guns. Here we go. Bring it on. Yes! That's so satisfying. Dang. Let's do that again. Since they're set to attack, they're kind of lining up their shots themselves. We could, of course, do that manually. Oh, they're coming at Pawnee again. That's showing red right now because they're reloading. Alright, we almost finished off this earthworks here. Oh, dang, now we're going after the fort itself. We ought to be dealing with this. Oh, we just lost Pawnee. Fort Hatteras has sustained heavy damage. To attack Fort Clark, we got to do the same thing. And then I think we'll probably have to land the troops after that. But we want to definitely take out the forts first. All right, we're moving in on Fort Clark. It just gave me a notification that Fort Clark has been scouted. Now we've got to get into range. We actually might be in range, or just about so. I'm going to target these are light earthworks, so they shouldn't take as much to take out. I'm going to actually slow down now. What I want to do here is I want to choose each ship individually once we get into range. Oh, and we're in range for them too. Dang. Okay, hit them. Nice. Got a while for these guys to get in range. Bye-bye. Now let's hit this one. Oh, we gotta land the troops, but I don't want to land the troops till I take out all the guns. No, thank you. Right click on the fort. Land troops. There we go. Still got to take out the last earthworks. And then of course we still get to get into Ironclads, which we haven't even touched yet because we're a little early for Ironclads in the timeline in this tutorial. But that'll become a thing. And building ships, I'm sure. Alright, we gotta finish off this last gun emplacement. We're in range, we're just waiting for a reload. And then we gotta get the troops landed. Hey now. Can we please take out these earthworks? I guess we're going to come up about as close as possible. Our troops on the ground are in combat with the enemy. The bar displays how it's going. Alright, we don't have the troops actually landed yet. We're at 0 right now. What are we waiting on here? Alright, we took all of them out now. Why haven't we landed our troops? There they go. Now they've landed the troops. 415 of them already landed. Against just 83 Confederates. I think we got them. Looks like we're still shelling the fort. We've taken it. Fort Clark is ours. Excellent. The Confederacy lost 695 troops, 14 structures razed, Fort Clark captured, Fort Clark heavily damaged. We did lose 1 ship and 56 men. Press M. Okay. Now what? The build-up. Start to expand the United States Navy. Okay, cool. Pretty cool little look on the map there. This shows the relative strength. New classes of ships can be unlocked after successful military actions as new technologies become available. So this is just like Victory at Sea Pacific again, whereas you move through these, you get new ships that are available. Click the Resources tab to see your current income. So that's what we get every 7 days. So we'll know how much we'll need of different things to build, I'm sure. We need to start increasing the size of our Navy. Click on the Port of New York. Good place to start. Shipyards can be used to construct new ships. Okay, cool. What do we got available? Select by point value, speed, health, armament, cargo capacity, name, or price. Available ship classes. Raritan, sailing frigate, Mississippi U.S. class steam frigate. So those are the frigates. Then we get into the gunboats. A lot of different gunboats. Eventually we'll unlock more gunboats. I'm sure we're going to have to deal with river combat too. Dang, there's a lot of different ship classes. So here's the monitors then. And the level at which we get them. Man, there's so much depth in terms of the classes of ships that are available. Sloops of war, steamers, and then torpedo boats. Okay, patrol vessels. All right, so you click on one of these, and you actually get to take a look at it. Speed 8 knots, displacement, length, beam, hold, types of guns they have on board. You can click on build. Start building a U.S. class frigate, Mississippi. 17 days to build. If all construction docks are full, new ships will be queued for construction. Okay. Awesome. Let's get a Lexington class gunboat going with that. Now we're going to select the port of Dover. Heading over to Delaware. Going to need food to be able to support more troops on a larger navy. Select the empty field. Oh, interesting. So we got to build farms to increase our income. That's awesome. I like that. So we'll have a sense of what we need more of over time. Warships can also keep ports supplied to add a bonus to the resource productivity of the region. Select Flotilla 3 in Massachusetts Bay. Right-click on Boston. Cargo. I'm liking this. It feels like they've added some depth since Victory at Sea Pacific. It's not quite as simple as that was. So we can trade with foreign states for valuable resources. Click on Northern Europe and click trade. Okay. We're bringing resources to you, UK. It's going to be interesting on the Confederate side because you're going to be doing blockade running, probably trying to get your cotton supplies out to them to get much needed supplies, which are probably going to be difficult to come by as the South. Flotilla 3 has entered neutral waters heading to Northern Europe. So I guess we just hit continue. So it's not just that they hit that spot and then they trade and then they come back. They're legit going to Northern Europe. So that's cool. We'll probably not be seeing them for a little while. Oh, here we go. Buying and selling. So we can see here what we can buy from them. Tobacco, sugar, and cotton are always in demand. These sliders show how much of each your fleet is selling. The amounts are automatically determined from your Navy's pool. Okay. These sliders to choose the resources you wish in return. Ah, very cool. Okay, so this is where we can kind of adjust all this stuff, and I guess we're already kind of maxed out. So let's confirm our trade. And I guess they'll show back up here. Bring the resources back to America, right-click a Union port, and say deliver cargo. Okay. So when they reappear here, they'll travel from port to port delivering supplies until given other orders. Interesting. So we have to manage all of that too. That's going to be complicated for sure. Okay, Bienville class gunboat is now available to build in level 2 and 3 shipyards, as well as some other things. Okay, cool. The Anaconda plan. Force the rebels to surrender. Starve the Confederacy of resources. Capture Fort Hatteras, North Carolina from the Confederacy. Capture Fort Clark, we already did. Capture Biloxi, Mississippi. So now we've got all these available objectives that we can be going after. Don't let 300 blockade runners through. Force the rebels to surrender. Capture those forts. And if we complete those, we get bonus objectives. Awesome. So there's 2 gunboats right there. I think we can take on 2 gunboats. Let's go ahead, take our 3 frigates there and attack them while we've got the chance. And then I think once we do that, we'll probably wrap up this first look, because I think we've got a fairly good idea of what the game looks like. I don't think there's anything else left to explore except to take it deeper, to actually play through the campaign, explore using monitors and such, and then of course eventually play as the Confederacy and see that side of things. And I'm sure we'll probably get into some riverine naval combat as well, shelling some positions at places like Fort Donelson. Okay, so it looks like they were headed back toward Fort Hatteras, maybe trying to help support that fort. So we definitely need to take these guys out as quickly as we can. And we're stationed right over here near Fort Clark, which we control. So let's go ahead and take our expeditionary force out there. We're going to try to intercept these guys before they can get to the fort. Specifically, of course, we want to attack that fleet. So we're just going to start heading in that direction. We'll speed things up. 4 times speeds as fast as we can go. I feel like we ought to be able to handle these guys pretty well. But this time I'm going to go a little bit more manual with what I do, instead of just letting it all be automatic. So hopefully we don't lose any more ships. Yeah, I think he's coming to maybe reinforce Fort Hatteras. So what I'm going to do here is, I think I'm going to go this way. And then let's see if we can get ourselves on target. We're going to try to do this the best we can. Looks like we already landed some shots on this one. Just missed. The CSS Seabird. All right, let's go back to manual control of the Cumberland. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. Let me know what you think about all that. Hit that like button if you would. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. And if this is something that you'd like to see me play through a little bit, maybe play the Union campaign from the start, let me know that. And we'll take a look at adding that to the rotation. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon.